All right, y'all, come on in, come on in, come on in here. We got some good stuff to cover today, y'all. And this is something I actually can relate to. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, kicking it with your girl. Um, we finna dive right into the topic, y'all. So here's the thing. What happens if you are a Black American who simply voted for Trump? You ain't protest, you ain't ride, you ain't screaming out at the cameras like bimbos. You simply just voted for the man Trump. Now here's the thing. If Democrats gonna back it up, y'all, there is a such thing that you could possibly lose your entire family. Now hear me out. I haven't lost my family, but certain relationship and friendships and things like that with people that, and this is the thing, y'all got to understand, okay? I'm coming from a household where you grew up and were told to say, grew up and were told to vote blue. No matter what, no reason, just vote blue because it's for blacks. Democrats are for black. Vote blue. Go down the list and vote. You know what I'm saying? And as you and myself, as you start to mature and you actually start to pay attention, because I was not paying attention to what was going on in the world, what's taking place. This is going on my 4th year that I have been tuned the hell in. So I myself know what's going on. And I'm very glad that I matured in that area because, like I said, I'm the only one in my family that voted for Trump. And, of course, my sisters and stuff crack jokes and stuff like that because, they are part of their side and I'm not faulting them or anything. But the crazy part about it, too, now is I am the go-to person when it comes to finding out, like, what's taking place and what's going on. Because my sisters, every other day, they'll send me something, say, what do you think about Trump doing this? Or what do you think about this? And I be like, hold that thought, do my research and stuff like that, send another link and be like, y'all do understand now that there is a such thing called fake news and real news. So the thing is, y'all, I'm not trying to persuade them over because some people we are not going to be able to do. But what I'm trying to do is wake them up and say, hey, don't take everything that you see as the truth. Get out there, research for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Some family members don't even want to talk to me about the situation because they set in their ways. And that is simply cool. You know what I'm saying? I made the choice for myself. Okay. Like I said, I've been tuning in for 4 years now. So I can really relate to the very people that I'm getting ready to show you all because it is very true. Like, this is real people telling their situations of what happened to them when they literally just simply matured up a little bit and voted for Trump when their standards did no longer meet the party they used to vote for standards, their beliefs and stuff like that. So, with that being said, y'all, I appreciate and I am so happy for my change and I don't regret anything and I will not regret anything because I believe that I did the best move for myself, for my knowledge, for my sake. You know what I'm saying? And now realizing what is taking place and what I'm seeing, I am so glad that I made that step forward. I'm so glad that every single day I am tuning in to what is going on with the world. And it's a lot of stuff to take in, y'all. I just want y'all to know that. A lot. There's something happening every single day in our world. And if you were a person like me that didn't give a damn or don't care what's tuning in, you'd miss it. If you were like me and just watching the fake news and taking what the fake news is saying, you're missing it. You get what I'm saying? So we just gonna get into some stories of people who actually got disowned by their family members for simply voting for Trump. With that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and dive into the video. Coming straight from Wall Street. Apes, Black American. After I told my family I voted for Trump, no one showed up to Thanksgiving dinner. Let's dive into the video. Let's go.
After I told my family I voted for Trump, no one no one showed up to Thanksgiving dinner. But Trump 2024. You got the biggest Biden supporter in the world. Trump 2024. After I told my family I voted for Trump.
So you can see their relationship is still cool and things because he's smiling and laughing and that nature. But the thing is, why is one vote worth losing your family? That's something that we really need to talk about. And then, have you ever felt the pressure of trying to speak to the family about your political beliefs and things like that? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling y'all, some people take this like to the extreme. I know when to have a conversation, and I also know when to shut up, because I'd be like, oh, yep, this ain't finna go nowhere. Because here come that libtard coming out of them. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta pick and choose. And I know that's really hard, because if you, like myself, coming from everybody that vote blue, and I'm the only one that, you know, voted red, voted for Trump and all this other type of stuff. Yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and dive into, y'all. We have more. Many family and friends disowned and invited him from Thanksgiving dinner because I voted for Trump. Coming straight from Liz to TikTok on X, y'all. Let's get into it. So this was taking place during the vote before the election. Well, you know, after the election and things like that. Let's get into it.
MAGA family, I'm sad to announce that I have nowhere to spend Thanksgiving. All the people from the comment section that said I could come over, I reached out to them in the DMs, but I didn't get a reply. And honestly, I had 2 people in mind that said that I could actually come, but they actually took away their invite because other family members weren't okay and comfortable with me being in the house because I'm a stranger. So it's not their fault. I don't blame you guys, MAGA family. I still love you. I know letting a stranger into a home is really uncomfortable for a lot of people, but it is what it is. And thank you for all the support. It's sad to spend Thanksgiving alone, but I'm going to go to the soup kitchen down the street and just see if I can just have a meal there. But thank you all for everything. I also don't have a car. I'm not mobile. So if you were asking me to go somewhere that's more than an hour out of my reach, there was no way that I would be able to get there. But thank you for everything. MAGA family, I'm sad to announce that I have nowhere to spend Thanksgiving.
You know, that's just sad, because a simple vote, simply, he has been disowned. Because people are actually waking up to the BS, you know what I'm saying, and they're coming to the light. A lot of these people are being disowned by family members. And again, you have to pick and choose who you have these conversations with, because people are set in reality, set in their mind. They don't want to hear anything you got to say at all when it comes to Trump. And so you have to sit here and try to cope with, you know, your feelings and how you feel. And then, you know, sit here and hear these conversations, stuff that's going on. And it'd be so hard for me to just sit and just hear the conversation going. I'd be happy to get in there like, well, wait, hold on now. Let me tell y'all something real quick. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of feel the room. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm telling you, some of these people are straight libtards, for real. Seriously. It's crazy. Y'all seen the videos. We literally have to report what takes place in the world, whether it's good, bad, crazy, whatever it is. I look at these things all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? So being able to come out to a family member and say, hey, I voted for Trump, and then, you know, being disowned, you know, nobody coming over for Thanksgiving and knowing this man's situation. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Is it a beautiful thing to wake up? Yes, but it's not easy. It's not easy at all. You are simply leaving a party that you were taught to vote for, simply for your belief in your truth and your understanding. So let's keep it moving, y'all. This woman finally this woman's family cut her off after they found out she voted for Trump. Let's get her message, y'all.
This is my last political post, okay? I'm gonna lay it to rest. Let me just tell you guys, I'm not crying happy tears. I'm not gonna be apologetic for being excited, because if it was the other way around, all of the Kamala supporters would celebrate.
Fact.
I want to say that first. I'm very relieved because I voted what I believe in, and I felt heavy on my heart that it's the right thing. So knowing that it was the decision the American people made, I'm relieved and I'm very happy. Very, very happy, okay? It's the very first day of finding out the election results. All of us are happy. I'm very happy. But I'm not going to continue to post about it, but I'm also not going to be sorry about it. And I always talked about how My family, sorry, I don't want to make this more than once. I always talked about how my family had different beliefs, my grandma and my mom, my sister, and how we always got along. And I wore my grandma's sweater to go vote, and I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to cry, okay? But my heart's broken.
Mm-hmm.
Try not to cry.
Yeah, try it.
Oh.
My grandma just sent me a very sad text. It broke my heart. And my mom has yet to text me back today. My point of making this video is to say that I am very happy, and I expressed how happy I was. And I'm not going to be sorry for that. I'm completely heartbroken that my family is taking it how they are. I never did this to them when Biden won. Never. But
Yeah, that's how I be, though. That's how I be.
I am done with political posts. From here on out, it's back to normal. If you don't like me because of who I voted for and you have to unfollow, go ahead. My own family unsubscribed from my life, so you can too. I promise. It doesn't get worse than that.
And that's sad. So her situation, you know what I'm saying, is sad because, like, they've literally disowned her for voting for Trump. Cut ties off with her. Y'all can see she's excited, but yet very emotional because, like, it's like, dang, my family, like my grandma, my sister, my mother, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's all because I voted for something I believe worked with my standards. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are not going to roll with the mission statement and the policies that we are seeing unravel today due to Trump's administration and just due to the past 4 years that we had to live through. Like, why would we want to continue moving forward knowing what we know now? Seriously. So you have family members that don't agree with you, but they don't disown you. But you also have families that literally disown you for simply waking up and voting for something you feel like will be a change for yourself. And it's not an easy job transitioning coming from a Democrat because, again, you've been brainwashed all these years. You've been taught this and you've been told this. You know what I'm saying? Not really having an understanding or anything. And so when you finally do it, you know what I'm saying? Because it was kind of weird for me. I'm not going to lie. I was like, okay, you kind of get to, like, not necessarily doubt yourself, but it's just like you start to feel a little guilt and stuff like that, especially when family members disown you. You start feeling like, okay, did I do the right thing? But the more and more I researched and kept my mind busy with learning, the more and more I start to see that I am not the only one. And someone actually said in my comment section on, I think last week sometime, they were stating, like, I thought I was the only one, Queen B. I thought I was, and that's sometimes how you feel until you actually start seeing these other people. Like, you like, oh, so it's not just me. I'm not alone. And then, of course, the MAGA family and just everybody who has, you know, woken up before some of us, and they start to share the love and they don't down you or anything like that. You start to feel like, okay, I've done the right thing. I know I've done the right thing. So shout out to y'all for being able to show the love and support to where these people are not actually getting it anymore, because you all play a huge part in that as well. Okay, so shout out to y'all. All right, for real, y'all make it easy. All right, with that being said, y'all, we're gonna keep this thing moving, keep it moving. We got another person. My parents cut me off, my family disowned me, and my cousin don't talk to me for supporting Trump, but I'm still voting Trump and going to his rally in NYC on the 27th. So these are their stories, y'all. Let's dive into the video coming straight from Chicago. One Ray, let's get it.
My parents cut me off for supporting Donald Trump. My family disowned me. My cousins don't speak to me. I'm alone in this world, but you know what? It's cool. I'm still going to fight for what I believe in, and I'm still voting for Donald Trump on November 4th. Best believe I'm going to that NYC Trump rally on the 27th. I'm going to fight for what I believe in. Democrats love to brainwash black people into thinking that they're the best candidates for this country, but I ain't believing that. Make America great again. Trump, baby.
And that's he said what he said, and that's just that on that. Like, real talk. I'm loving the fact that a lot of people are waking up, y'all. And I kind of just want to stress it. Like, everybody in America is waking up. We know that. But y'all know, like, the black community and the black people have been brainwashed for so many freaking years to be able, and y'all say it all the time, to be able to see a black brother, a black sister waking up and finally being like, yo, enough is enough, is a beautiful feeling. Because I'm telling you, I dropped a video before Trump even became president, second term, and they were taking my tail out left to right. Like, seriously, the names that I get called is crazy work, yo. You know what I'm saying? So it feels good to actually see and know that you're not alone. Let's get into it, y'all. I would love to get an update on these guys. All right, y'all. So we get into this, and this is the very reason why people are waking up and they are turning their cheek to the Democrat Party. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why there was a high turnover rate, a landslide, and all of the above. This is why people were being disowned and things like that, because people are waking up and they know right from wrong. Okay? They felt the hit. Who wants to experience the hit after feeling it? You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all, we're going to get right into it. This also coming from Chicago Ray 1. In case you needed to further proof the blacks are leaving the Democrat Party in droves. Check this video out.
What can really stop it? And the bloodbath, really? I'm going to say one word, reparations.
Who ends up paying for it? Let me ask, just as a community.
I can tell you that. I feel that the Democratic Party should pay reparations to blacks, because it was in the 1800s when the Republicans, which was known as abolitionists, separated from the Dixiecrats because they did not want to continue slavery. So after the abolitionists helped black people become Republicans and they changed their name, black people were able to own businesses. They was able to create the Black Wall Street, Rosewood. They were the most wealthiest communities in the United States. And so it was the Democratic Party who created the Ku Klux Klan, and the Klan were the ones who hated the blacks for creating Black Wall Street, and that's why they dropped the bomb on Black Wall Street. It was the Klan that did that. 2 years later, in 1923, it was the Klan that destroyed Rosewood. So if anybody owes black people money and reparation, it should be the Democratic Party, the Ku Klux Klan, which they originated from, that Democrats should be paying the money to blacks for all that they've done with slavery, the destruction of the black economic engines like Black Wall Street. I feel the Democratic Party should pay reparations to black people.
I know you hate your grocery bill just as much as I hate my grocery bill. I know you hate paying high gas just as much as I hate paying high gas. So we need to come together as one, white, black, gray, purple, orange. And for the illegals, it's proper channels to go through.
Yeah.
Like every other ethnicity, there you go. It's proper channels to go through. You shouldn't be able to come across the border illegally and receive help.
Illegally come in my back door, you're going to get shot. Legally.
Plain and simple.
Illegally coming into my country.
That's right.
So I understand where everyone is coming from with the illegals. There's proper ways to go through these channels to come into America and officially become an American.
Just make the playing field level. What are you afraid of?
Yeah.
Here in the black community, the kids are going to school. You go out into the white communities, the school, what they have in there, the computers and what they have in technology, we're so far behind. It's all this is by design. Because if you can't get out here in this world, they don't teach you how to be entrepreneurs. They don't teach you how to invest your money. We're not teaching anything like that.
And you get back to this, though. And it's been Democrat for 60 years.
Yes.
What the hell? Why does the black community keep voting for Democrats?
Because we've been brainwashed. When I was coming up in my household, it was a straight Democratic ticket.
Trying to tell you.
People better understand this. If we don't stand together and we don't make a change, they've already brought the replacements in for us. Yeah. If we don't shut the borders in the black community and get all the illegals out of our community, there will be no more black.
Now, doesn't it feel good to actually see people who are actually like stating these changes and stating these things? Now, I have spoken my piece on reparations and how I felt about all of that and the above. You know, I ruffled a lot of feathers, but in my opinion, it is what it is on that situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm responsible for my own life and my own actions and things like that. I don't want nobody giving me anything that has nothing to do with me. I'm not saying erase history or none of that, but I spoke my piece on that, and we're not going to go there today. The whole point is people being disowned because they voted for Trump, but you can also see why many people are leaving that side because they're sick and tired of being sick and freaking tired. Point blank, period. Like, the Democrats are not even coming with a new strategy. They're like hitting you with the same shit every time. Nothing different. And then they wonder why they lost so bad and why they're losing more people to this day. So, y'all, I'm not going to hold y'all. We're finna keep this thing moving. I told you we had some good stuff to discuss and talk about today. I want to know y'all thoughts. I really, 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 really do. Drop them in the comment section, y'all. How are y'all feeling? Have some of y'all been disowned? Don't matter the color, the race. I don't care. And not only that, leave a comment on how are you doing now? Are y'all end up talking back to these family members? Like, where are you at now? Because you are basically helping the next person that decides that they don't, you know, they want change and things like that, or somebody who's already transitioned, you know what I'm saying, and need the help and stuff like that. Leave a comment for them, y'all. Because believe it or not, we are not the only ones. There are a lot more people, and we seeing this to this day, that is leaving the Democrat Party. So share your story. How was it? Are y'all talking to these family members today and friendships? Like, put it in the comment section. I want to know. I shared my story with y'all. Like, it's a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? It is a working progress to just, you know, especially when you're the only one that voted for Trump. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they still love me, they already know who I go for, because I sure did, and I do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, fact, straight up. They know now. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just got to pray for one another and look out for one another, for real. Y'all welcome them in with love, okay? Because they dang sure not going to get it from that side once they decide to wake up. With that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and dive into the last video. Coming straight from Philip Anderson on X. Blacks for Trump is absolutely exploding the growth right now, since they have literally done everything to Donald Trump, including trying to assassinate him. Now, let's dive into the video, y'all. Let's go.
So President Trump just got shot. And as someone who voted against Trump in both 2016 and 2020, this is a cause for deep reflection by me. And my question is, have we been told the truth at any point over the last 8 years about who Trump is and what's actually going on here? A lot of people who are pro-Trump have been saying that this is the playbook of the day, whether it's a deep state or, you know, some shadowy interest in the government. Mm-hmm. First, they try to cancel you. So they say shit about your character. They say things that can't actually be proven. They take quotes from you that make you basically look bad. The second thing that they try to do is they try to convict you of something. In this case, trumped up charges about you paying legal expenses to a porn star for her to not say that you had sex with her. It's like, morals aside, like, is that really a big deal enough to convict someone? Mm-hmm. And then the third thing that they try to do is they try to kill you. And that's just what happened with Trump. And actually, you know, I've been updating my view on Trump recently, and I've started going back to some of the things that I was told that he said, and some of them he literally did not say. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, you remember when we were told that he said of white supremacists and other racists in a rally that he said that they were good people? It's not true. If you actually watch the whole clip, and I'll share a link to the clip here, you can see that he's clearly saying there were other people at the rally who are good people.
You're calling the alt-left and white supremacists on the same moral plane.
I'm not putting anybody on a moral plane. What I'm saying is this. You had a group on one side and you had a group on the other, and they came at each other with clubs, and it was vicious and it was horrible.
So this is a time where it's really hard to know what to believe, but, you know, sometimes when we hear things are conspiracy, maybe it's time to listen, because maybe it's not.